In 1 hectare, there are just under 20 canal, and in China's Taklamakan Desert, over 40,000 hectares of barren land have been transformed into lush green forests. But how did China defeat such a desert monster, one that for centuries has devoured fertile lands without mercy? The word Taklamakan itself means, if you enter, there's no way out. This beast was swallowing up 4 to 6 kilometers of fertile, inhabited land every single year. You couldn't fight this desert with mere passion or emotions, because the desert has one big advantage: time. So China turned to science. They asked the most important question: why is the desert expanding in the first place? The answer lay in human activity. Forest walls that once stood between the desert and farmlands were cut down, for grazing, for agriculture. Once those natural fortresses were gone, the desert began its silent invasion. China decided it's time to rebuild those green barriers. But planting trees in a desert isn't easy, because the desert shapes its own climate: less rainfall, dry winds, extreme heat. So China innovated. They developed special gels that could bind sand and stop it from instantly absorbing water. They created water-absorbing crystals that slowly released moisture. They built drip irrigation systems to deliver water drop by drop. They planted barriers made of grass and twigs. They even simulated artificial rain. And above all, they continued patiently and consistently. That patience started to pay off. Slowly, the desert began to retreat. Green trees started rising where once there was only dust. The desert tasted defeat. Meanwhile, in many other places, including our own, forests are vanishing. Barren land and pollution are on the rise. Weather patterns are shifting. Why? Because we still believe we can fight nature with emotions alone. We lack research and perseverance. We lack the will to protect our roots. China didn't just plant trees, they planted an idea that even deserts can be defeated with wisdom, strategy, and unshakable determination.